Is Brad Garlinghouse bullish about the USA and XRP adoption? I have that and a ton more of things to go over with you today. We're going to talk about the BIS and XRP. We're going to talk about, I'm Crypto Sensei. I am the founder of Cryptonaires, the alpha community where tons of information is shared. There's a link down in the description if you want to join that community. Right now, we have 30-day free trial. You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Trust me on this. Former director of the Central Bank of Serbia talks about blockchain technology being implemented by the BIS to level the playing field. Listen to those words, level the playing field, allowing nations to hold a liquid asset without relying on the dollar. Is it XRP? Let's listen in.
When you go to the website of BIS, you will see that there are some work in progress documents which are publicly available to anyone to read, analyze, and give their own critique. And by doing so, basically help the process of developing these documents until they reach their final stage. And once they are adopted, they then need to be basically implemented in the local national legislations in order to properly work. And I would say that there is a very good system of providing a level playing field for institutions like banks are that are operating in various countries. Not to have some sort of comparative advantages because you're operating in a jurisdiction which has lower level of criteria demanded from you as a bank and so on. When you go to the website of BIS, you will see...
Okay, I just want to bring up, it's interesting to hear the words level playing field coming from somebody that is connected to a central bank, especially, outside of the US. That is Brad Garlinghouse is saying, isn't it? Or Ripple saying level the playing field. I've heard it hundreds of times, and it's just really interesting to hear somebody else that's not connected with Ripple, officially, to say those words. So CNBC on Ripple's exchange partners for stablecoin launch of RLUSD. Ripple awaits the NYDFS approval. That's what they're waiting for to launch this thing. So let me play this.
The XRP token announced the exchanges that will help it distribute its new stablecoin. In a press release out on Tuesday, Ripple laid out some of its exchange partners, including Bitstamp, MoonPay, and Bullish, among others, who will distribute Ripple USD. The firm announced back in April that it was launching a stablecoin that would be pegged to the US dollar. The move would pit Ripple against giants like Tether's USDT and Circle's USDC, along with payment firm PayPal's stablecoin PYUSD. Back when Ripple announced plans to launch a stablecoin, Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse said he wasn't deterred by the competition and that the market will look different in the future. Now, yesterday, CoinDesk also reported that Ripple is awaiting regulatory approval from the New York Department of Financial Services before it launches Ripple USD. The XRP.
It's just interesting that the head of the NYDFS was actually at Ripple Swell. So I think we actually have this on lock. I don't want to get too excited, but it'll just be interesting, right? The reason I think Ripple got into the stablecoin game is because they've kind of mastered cross-border payments. They've mastered central bank digital currency. They're on tokenization. And I think stablecoins technology was kind of the last thing that they really wanted to get into here. They probably will get into something else. But just talking about this, when they go and meet with banks or, central banks or any type of partners, I'm sure they've brought up stablecoins because the goal here in the future is to tokenize bank deposits, right? So every bank will have their own stablecoin. And if that stablecoin lives on the XRP ledger, that value can move seamlessly, instantaneously on the XRP ledger, or if it's on a different like Ethereum or something else, it can move seamlessly there too. So it's just really exciting to see this. I wonder how much value might move from Tether to Ripple stablecoin, and if you might see a Ripple stablecoin against any type of other pairs on exchanges. That's really what I'm waiting for. That could bring in a ton of liquidity that we need to move all of this money, right, to get there. And so Ripple resolute as SEC does not appeal verdict. XRP is not a security. So the SEC is appealing some stuff to do with the Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson stuff, but they're not appealing XRP is a security or it's not a security. So we're across the finish line here with XRP being clear for regulatory approval. That's really the exciting part. I think a lot of people are missing right now, and that's why I wanted to bring it up in this conversation. So Good Morning Crypto put this together. Ripple CEO discusses XRP ETF, said, I was surprised by the timing, but not surprised by the outcome. So let me just play this. It's Brad Garlinghouse and Good Thinking Crypto.
Surprise, multiple XRP ETF filings, Bitwise, I believe Canary Funds. What is your take on the market demand for this product?
Well, I was surprised by timing, but not surprised by the outcome. I think when the Bitcoin ETF came out in January, I said very publicly, like, it's just a matter of time that you'll see ETH ETFs, you'll see XRP ETFs. And I think that will continue to happen. In fact, I think it was just yesterday, the Grayscale ETF filing is a basket, which is also, just to pat myself on the head. I said there'd be baskets.
Right.
I mean, to me, it's just because that's what investors want.
Yeah.
That's what, frankly, some of the advice I give my closest friends when they are interested in investing in crypto, the advice I give them is, look, to take a basket approach, buy the top 5, whatever you think the right framework is. So I think Grayscale's product is a great one. I think there is demand there. And I think that's going to bring more capital into the XRP ecosystem, more capital into crypto. I think we've seen $19 billion come into the Bitcoin ETF. That's good. And I think there will be more in the future.
That's the whole thing, right? We need liquidity if we're going to move trillions of dollars a day. And I Cowboy X or Cowboy Crypto posted this. I thought this was interesting, right? It's funny to see Gary Gensler in his former state, not as the head of the SEC, but as a teacher at MIT, talking about XRP being a stable value or a token or a bridge asset. So I just want to play this. If you haven't seen this, this is a good clip.
That in seconds it won't move as much. And the friction will be that you have to sell dollars to buy XRP and then sell XRP to buy peso, or you can interpose any bridge currency. One of the most significant opportunities for stable value tokens that we'll talk about in a few classes is what we can call it as a bridge currency for cross-border.
See, and think about this, right? When you look at the top maybe 100 tokens, when you talk about a bridge currency, you're really talking about XRP. That is really the king of bridges. So it's good to see that Gary knows what XRP is and the value, and maybe that's why he's kind of limiting his attacks on XRP not being a security and not appealing that. So XRP defies cryptocurrency market with 50% volume spike amid SEC appeal uncertainty. So there's a lot of rumors going around. The SEC filed too late. I don't know if a judge is going to throw this out, but rumors are circulating on X that a judge can still dismiss the appeal because the SEC was clearly missed a deadline. I don't think the judge is going to do that, guys. I know that a lot of people are hoping this happens. I certainly don't think it will. This video might come out in a day or two. So if there's other news that happens, I will make another video and correct that. So XRP is not a security from Anders X. Stuart Alderati said, no surprises here. Once again, it's been made clear the court ruling that XRP is not a security is not being appealed. That decision stands the law of the land. And I thought this was really interesting, right? So you have BRICS Pay has been successfully tested at the BRICS Business Forum. BRICS is real and ready to use blockchain technology. So let me just show you this really quickly, right? So here's a document. This is a diagram of the mechanism of cross-border money transfers in the Ripple system. And you have, of course, XRP in the middle between these different currencies, right? And probably banks. So I thought that was really cool to see, right? And then you have what it actually looks like. So check this out. So you have these cards with a barcode scanner on them. Not a barcode, but CV code. I don't know what it's called. My mind's blank. Just like that. I mean, gotta be using crypto right there, right? You gotta be using maybe XRP. I just think it's really interesting. Do you see this? Ripple partners with Brazilian exchange Mercado Bitcoin to offer business-focused payments solution. Says Mercado plans to offer its corporate and retail customer support for international payments, allowing users to transact with the Brazilian reals. This is really cool, man. This is really cool. And it comes from this Bank of Russia document. So Russia may be planning to use XRP. And so I've gotten a comment that, Russia can't use XRP because of, sanctions and things like that. Actually, that's not true. So Ripple, the company, probably can't go and work with Russia because of the sanctions that the US has put on Russia. A lot of companies left Russia because of all the war stuff. But XRP is a decentralized currency that anybody can use no matter what sanctions are. So that's really interesting. I don't know if that'll change in the future, but I doubt you can actually put sanctions on a digital asset that is decentralized, right? So why XRP is a better choice than Bitcoin? This is from Mikkel. Let me play this.
You didn't know this about XRP.
Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency developed, and the vision set out in Satoshi Nakamoto's paper is a very compelling one, right? And it looks at creating a more sovereign, decentralized, financial system and currency, right? XRP was the second cryptocurrency developed. It was developed after Bitcoin, created by Bitcoin developers themselves to solve some of the issues they found with Bitcoin with regards to scalability, energy usage, and features that Bitcoin didn't support, like decentralized exchanges, tokenization, real world assets, that sort of thing, right? So XRP and the XRP ledger offers faster transaction times and a higher scalability. Unlike Bitcoin, it's not inflationary, it's deflationary and has a fixed supply, right? So it takes a lot of the original concepts of the Bitcoin white paper and actually implements them in a far more pragmatic and realistic way. So that's the kind of the use case for XRP to be similarly a sovereign decentralized mechanism for payments, similar to Bitcoin, in a way that can be operated outside of banks and the banking system in a way that can't be censored, or transactions can't be seized, for example, on Bitcoin. So it shares a lot of the same qualities.
All right. And guys, I actually have a digital twin from Twin Protocol. They created one. I will leave a link down in the description. You can basically ask it any question and it would be like me answering those questions. It's actually really cool. I'm doing a live interview with the CEO of Twin Protocol that will already be out by the time this video comes out. So if you go under my last live chat, you should see that interview and the digital twin, but I will leave a link down in the description if you want to ask it any questions. It's actually really legit. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, Kryptonaires is an alpha community. You can get a free 30-day trial before we take that away. It actually should be here for another week or two, but we are going to bring that down. So if you're interested in taking a look at our alpha community, please sign up today. I'll see you next time. Aloha.